Seattle's best player is Jackson Smith Nimbaga.
Yes, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yes.
Nigjagba. I thought it was the other way. Okay, so you ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
What's going on, everybody? So many shows, so many shows.com. This is So Many Mashups. This is Mike. This is Pete. This is NFL mashup number 1 trillion. I don't know the number, but we've done so many. It's not even like a weekly thing anymore. I'm currently watching the U.S. women's hockey and Olympics, and I need Canada to score like 3 more goals in 5 minutes, and I'm giving like 6 goals, but I'm not going to get it. But back to NFL. Mike, what's up?
Not too much. How you doing?
I'm good. So half the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, obviously Super Bowls, everybody's talking about football, but boxes are out. Super Bowl boxes. I don't know if you have any boxes out there. Do you participate in the boxes? No.
Nope.
Do you gamble at all?
No, because can't afford
All right, so
it.
you can't afford to gamble, but you can afford to go on. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
So you don't do boxes, you don't bet the game, you don't do DraftKings, nothing, right? You just watch
Nope.
the game, enjoy a good football game, and you know who you said you root for Darnold, right, or whatever.
Yep. Sam Darnold. Hopefully the Seahawks will get another ring tomorrow night.
So okay, so I do boxes, and this is actually this whole thing is actually so this spread to the whole thing. So I'm doing the boxes, and the numbers come out with boxes. I don't know if do you know how boxes work.
Yes. I've heard
Okay,
I've heard of it. Heard of them, yes.
so it's a grid, 100 boxes. The top is one team, the down, horizontal and vertical. Each team you randomly draw numbers. You put those numbers in a row. It's 1 through 0 through 9 or whatever, and you kind of just fill the slot like that. And then so like you end up with like the Patriots 8 and the Seahawks 7, right? Those are your two numbers. So if the Patriots win 38-20, any interval that has the Patriots and then 8 and the Patriots and then 7. Now, there's also a trick because they also say final score, which means in the fourth quarter, if that game ends with your score, but it's say you have 8-8, you don't win because it's final. It's not the quarter.
Oh, okay.
So if it goes to overtime, you got to it's the final score total for only on the fourth quarter. The other 3 quarters are quarters. But so people are like, oh, I want good numbers. I hope I get the good numbers. Now, what constitute a good number? So back then, like the 80s when I grew up, when my family, my dad would get boxes or whatever, there was always numbers because football used to be so vanilla, or way more vanilla that like there was. So when I was a kid watching football, there was no 2 point conversions.
Yep.
So there was no 8 points. There was no missed 2 point conversions. Everything was touchdown is 6, extra point is 1, field goal is 3, fourth and anything after 4th and 1 not inside the 8-yard line, you kicked the field goal and you took the points and that
Yep.
was it. And that's how you played the game and your defense played the game and it was a different football game. And so in the beginning, if you do the numbers for the boxes, you guys start thinking, what's the most popular number? 7, 14, 21,
Hmm.
28. You do those 4 numbers because you get the quarters based on the final score. And the first, a lot of the times the first quarter is 7-3, 10-3. So those numbers are popular, 0-0, 0-3. If you get 2-2, odds are you not hitting the first quarter.
Yes.
So, what makes a good number? Now I was talking to my buddy and I ended up with so in one of my boxes, I got 9-9 and I got mad. I'm like, yo, this number sucks. I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on? Why do I got 9-9 for? What'd you do? And it's random. So he didn't pick them. But now I'm trying to think, okay, so now maybe halftime is 3 field goals each. And the third quarter, it's a defensive battle, whatever. Because
Yep.
you ain't getting a touchdown and and a safe.
Yes.
Nonetheless, 2 safeties in the game on during the Super Bowl would be like some kind of record or novelty prop bet or whatever. So therefore, I thought about it though, and I said, you know what? I said in the modern day and age football, with the analytic rule that people have been using, which I find to be stupid, and this is the whole reason why we have in this conversation to begin with. There's a whole mashup, not based on it, but because of it. It's the motive for it, the
Hmm.
motivation for this mashup. But football's football. You got people down 14 points in the third quarter with 4 minutes left, going for 2
Hmm.
because analytics tells them. So once that happens now, those numbers, the 7, 14, 21, in the modern day and age football with 2 point conversions and analytics and these rules and nobody taking field goals anymore, any number is possible to hit. 2-2, 9-9, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
A lot of times what if they call a penalty on an extra point and or any type of offsides, they put it on the 1. because it goes half the distance. And when they put it to one, what happens?
They run it or do the tush
Every
push.
everybody goes for it.
Yes.
That's the point. So therefore, those extra points become point conversions. If you get stopped, you get stopped. So here's the thing. I think this analytic rule is one of the most stupidest rules I've ever heard of. And I don't know who invented it, but it's stupid. Because first of all, if it was that good and worked that good, why didn't they come up with it earlier, sooner? And why didn't they use it sooner? If you're down 14 points, you score a touchdown, you get the ball back, you score a touchdown. You have a tie game, you go into overtime. If you decide that at the end of the second touchdown that you want to go for two, you go for two and you go for the 1 point win.
Yes.
It's that fucking simple. And you put yourself in a position where you're only down 7 points and not down 8 points now, with having to hit the two, which I don't know what the numbers are, but I got to think that an extra point, the probability is a lot better than the 2 point conversion probability.
Yeah, I know those numbers have gone down since they moved the extra point back like 17 yards. So now it's like
Yeah.
a 38-yard field goal instead of a 20 like it used to be for years. So I know those numbers have gone down since they moved back, but yeah, it's still probably more probable for you to get a extra point than a 2 point conversion.
Which is why I find, because also you only have a certain amount of 2 point conversion plays that aren't, regular plays.
Yeah.
So I just find this analytics rule to be stupid. And, they're constantly trying to change the game of football. And the game of football was so great back then.
Yep.
And so I said, you know what? I said, that's crazy because, and it's funny you said the extra point analytics went down themselves, because I was thinking in my head, with the amount of power in these kickers' feet these days, what does it matter if you go back 17 yards? Because if you go from a 17-yard extra point to a 35-yard extra point, right? These guys are kicking 70-yarders, 60-yarders for practice.
Yeah.
In my day, you had to get to like the 40-yard, the 35-yard line.
Yep.
To hit a field goal with a good kicker, Morton Anderson.
Yeah.
His long was like 56.
Yeah.
But his accuracy was like 89% hit rate.
Yep.
That's not an actual number. I made it up, but it's close enough. But you get what I'm
It's
saying.
up there.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, so to me, the analytics doesn't make sense. None of this modern age stupid hoodoo shit works. Old school football, play defense, run the ball, good coaching, have a quarterback who can manage the game.
Yeah.
Now let's fast forward real quick. Who's in the Super Bowl right this year?
Patriots
Two teams that play good defense, run the ball, have good coaching, and quarterbacks that manage the game. However, if you want my opinion, I personally think these two quarterbacks have weak points.
Oh yeah. I mean, Drake May is young, and we've seen Sam Darnold's weak points for
I think
last year.
And so before we get to the Super Bowl, I want to get to the next part. Hits back in the day, hitting was such a valuable part of football. Like they had TV shows, segments, jacked up.
Yes, I missed
on big hits.
Jacked Up. I missed Jacked Up.
Now they're not even promoting big hits no more. The game has become very soft. Also, you got people with 4th and 1 from their own like 28-yard line doing tush pushes.
Yes.
That's absurd. Absolutely absurd. But it brings us back to what I was saying. People keep asking me who's going to win, who's going to win, who's going to win. Honestly, it comes down to the point where I've seen New England do this many times with other coaches and other players, and I think Drabel's pretty much similar. And I've seen him do it in Tennessee. Their goal is simple. From Belichick to Drabel, it's always been take your best player, make them beat you with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about your opinion, but my opinion is that Seattle's best player is Jackson Smith Njigba.
Yes, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yes.
Njigba. I thought it was the other way. Okay, so anyway, you take him off the field. You take him out. You cover him. Christian Gonzalez is a pretty good cornerback himself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wash. You know what that tells me? Cooper Kupp, 5 catches for 40 yards is probably guaranteed on any prop bet.
Yep.
Because he's going to get the ball. Speaking of which, Seattle's defense, they do a really good job of showing blitz and then blitzing the shit out of you. So I'm going to go with Hunter Henry with probably about 4 receptions, 30 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Prop bet wise. Stefan Diggs, probably about 5 catches, 6 catches, a touchdown. Running backs, probably over 40 yards by both running backs, easy, because they're both going to be running the ball. These are just little prop bets in case somebody wants to get in on the action.
Yeah.
Anything that you noticed about football that has changed over time that bothers you, or you think is a good change since the 80s to now?
The one that really bothers me is how soft they're getting on the quarterback hits. There's been some tackles where it's like, because they didn't adjust their weight off of, away from the tackle, it was roughing the passer. There was a call on Dallas Turner. I know I'm a Vikings fan, but I know it happens all over the NFL. But Dallas Turner sacked Lamar Jackson because he didn't roll his weight off as he was going to the ground. They threw a flag for roughing the passer. So that's the big thing that I hate over the last 10 years that they've really been babying the quarterbacks because now you get quarterbacks that try to use it towards their advantage. It's just so. And other than that, I mean, yeah, obviously the refereeing has been getting bad these last 10, 15 years as well. It seems to be getting worse and worse. But one of the things that I do like is the additional reviewing process, the instant replays and the assist. I kind of like the challenges, obviously. So yeah, I just want the game to be called as properly as possible. And if they mess up on a call, I just wish it would be reversed some way. So yeah.
So I was looking at a clip today on Twitter or X, and it was of a Super Bowl I totally forgot happened. It was Rams Bengals.
Yes.
And it was like it came down to like the last end of the game, and it was like fourth down in like the fourth quarter. The Rams were trying to drive, and they threw the ball to Cooper Cup, I believe it was, and the guy knocked it down on the Bengals. So it should have been the Bengals' ball to kneel the ball and win the Super Bowl, and it ended up being a penalty holding call
Yeah.
on the Bengals, and they won. The Rams won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I was watching the play, and I'm like, this wasn't holding.
Yeah.
It ruined the Super Bowl. I totally forgot. I was probably either intoxicated or just tired, and
Yep.
who knows? But that was like after the COVID, I think. But anyway, or during COVID, and I think it was like 2021 or 2022, whatever it was.
Yep.
It wasn't that long ago, but the referees have been messing up calls and that Super Bowl for a long time, man. And I do believe the difference in the game, and I will say this many times over and over again, no matter who I have to say it to, because people keep asking me, the Patriots are going to beat the Seahawks for one reason and one reason only. At some point in the fourth quarter in that game, there will be a call, a penalty that might be controversial or bullshit or just not make sense or just piss you off.
Yep.
And the referees will make it, and it will go in the Patriots' favor, and they will win the Super Bowl. And the world, social media will erupt because bad press is also good press. So
Yeah.
if the Super Bowl goes off, and the Patriots win again, everybody's mad because it was a bullshit call by the refs, and that's how they can get you talking about the Super Bowl for another month, and possibly during the NFL meetings with to get these referees trained up.
Yep.
They're going to do something like that. So I've seen this script before. As much as I want the Patriots to lose because I'm a retired Jet fan, I think the Patriots win a close game by a bullshit call by the refs, and that's how your Super Bowl's won again. And it'll bring up topic of conversation for us the next day. And
Yes.
you'll hear my opinion. I will not be happy about it, but I will say I told you so, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
It was actually funny. Actually, my friend who might be our only friend who listens to this, only person who listens to our mashups besides us for the football ones. He's like, what's Mike's email? I want to call him a jerk. I'm
No.
like, no, that's his personal email. You got to go find it. I said, plus we said it on the show, so how good are you listening if you don't even know what we said?
Exactly.
Literally, Mike. I said, literally, Mike told you the email address before I said, hey, if you want to send Mike a message saying he's a jerk, send it to that email address. So yeah, but nobody's messaged us about that, so apparently I don't think Mike's a jerk except for me. And that's it. Yeah, I don't really have a final score. I think the Patriots win. One person at work, I was like, hey, you going watching the game? And they were like, not really. And I was like, oh, so what are you gonna do? Something? They go, I'm gonna watch Bad Bunny. And I'm like, oh, well, he's halftime of the game. They said, oh yeah, I'll be on in the background, but I'm watching Bad Bunny. So some people aren't even watching the game for the game. They're just watching it for Bad Bunny, who is an extraordinary talent. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, plus he was really good in Happy Gilmore too as the as Happy Gilmore's caddy. So
Yes.
curious to see. I never really listened to his music. I brought up some of his music just to kind of to see what it would be like for the halftime show, but I understood none of the words because he sings in Spanish and that's great, but I mean the music was pretty cool and catchy, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the halftime show will look like tonight. I'm hoping to get this put out, right away Sunday morning, so that way people can kind of get excited for the Super Bowl because we're recording this the day before. So
I will say
yeah.
my favorite halftime show ever for the Super Bowl was Eminem.
Eminem was great.
Yes.
Yes. That was in LA, if I remember correctly, right? Eminem and
I believe so. I know a
it
lot
was
of
a
people say what was it?
collaboration.
A lot of people say Janet Jackson was good, but perps.
Yeah.
So, anything else before we go?
Yeah, stay tuned. I'm putting this at the beginning of the podcast or at the beginning of an NFL quickie mashup that we kind of had we were having an SMS meeting this past Sunday, so I got that audio edited and we're gonna put it out before the Super Bowl. But I figured since we jumped on here and did this little one here, we can throw it on the beginning there.
Listen,
So
people, this is what he's trying to tell you. For those of you who are simple folks like me, basically what he's saying is we mashed this shit up real bad because we took a NFL question from an insert from a meeting, and we took this thing we have right here, and we just mashed it together, and we just threw it out there and said, "Hey, look at our NFL talk." So enjoy the
exactly.
second half of the show, which involves Jay and Tracy, and that's it. Let's go Seahawks.
Yep.
So many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike. This is Pete. Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see you.
Have a great week, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Good to go.
I think Minter's a great choice. I think he's going to be strong, but I'm worried that he's going to be calling the defensive plays. And I'm worried that he's already said that because we haven't even hired a defensive coordinator. So if you were a defensive coordinator looking for a job, would you want to go someplace where you weren't going to call the plays? So now I'm going to get a bum defensive coordinator, and the head coach is going to try to do too much. So that worries me.
Well, it depends. If you're a real defensive coordinator, then maybe you don't want to go there. If you're me, you, or Mike, and you've never been a defensive coordinator in your life, you'll do whatever you
Okay.
got to do.
Good point. Good point. All right. I'm in on that. You are correct. However, I think it's a bad move because you're going to get me, Pete, or Mike as the defensive coordinator, and I'm sorry, they need better than us.
What about you, Tracy?
Okay.
How do you feel about your new head coach? Do you know anything about him?
No,
He
no.
comes
But I
from the
will
Cleveland
say,
Browns.
I will say in regard to the Super Bowl, the Seahawks by far have the better uniforms.
They're
Yeah.
all white. They
Uh,
picked white.
Oh, look at that green and blue. That
Oh, did
special
they picked
green.
white? I guess the Patriots are white then, with jersey color.
I
This
have
is a
no idea.
controversy. I don't know. We're gonna have to
No
have this
idea.
Patriots are what,
conversation.
red, white, and blue?
Dark green. Seahawks are dark green. Patriots are red, white, and blue. Yeah. I don't know who's the home or away team this year though.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
who's that.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
no, they
Drake
were
May is
talking.
throwing 5 touchdowns. 5.
They
5.
were
Bet it
talking about it
now.
on the radio that the team. I think it's the Patriots. Who had the better record? The Seahawks.
Yeah, I think so.
Then the Patriots were home because they were like, it doesn't. We know it doesn't sound like it makes sense that a team with the
Oh,
worse record has the home game, but I guess they flips back and forth or something. Or is it
oh,
the Pro Bowl? Was the winner of the Pro Bowl? Is that how they do it to make the stakes high? I don't know.
I don't know.
All
So
I know
just to
is
recap, Jay, what were your thoughts on Harbaugh being fired again?
Love it. The bum is gone. He's made
I
the
got
same damn mistakes every single year, at least the last 10 years. It's about time.
I
Get
got a
out of
question
here.
for Jay. Jay,
Sorry,
since you're
Giants.
here,
What?
how do you
What?
feel about Shador Sanders making the Pro Bowl?
Man, honestly, I feel bad for the kid. Everybody hating on him so much because his dad's loudmouth jackass. Like, I think he should make the best of it. Screw everybody else, man. You're in the NFL. You made it to the Pro Bowl. It doesn't matter how you got there. Screw the haters. Have a good time.
Listen, the kid, whatever you want to call him, he sells tickets, and he's not the worst quarterback I've seen. So I hope he succeeds. I really do. I hope he succeeds and shoves it up everybody's ass.
Nice.
Whoa. Oh, man, if Drake May has 7 touchdowns, that's a record, and $10 pays you $2,500, guys.
So
Oh,
we have.
shoot.
Hold
We
on.
don't promote gambling, do we? I do. I
Oh,
don't
we
know
do.
if so many shows does,
Pete talks
but
about
I
it during
do.
the NFL mashups.
If you listen to my mashups, which you obviously don't, I talk about how the NFL is rigged because I lose all my parlays every week because it sucks when I should win. When the Rams lost to the Panthers and it was ridiculous and I lost like $2 and I was not happy. But since we're all here and the Super Bowl is this weekend and we could turn this into a mini mashup of so spontaneous mashup right now because we're going long enough. Super Bowl predictions. Let's hear from Jay, Tracy, Mike, and me. Jay, start.
It's going to overtime, but the Patriots win it.
Score?
Ooh, 27-27.
And
With Drake
then
May having 5 touchdowns?
I'm changing my mind now after looking at some of these odds. Don't bet on 5 touchdowns. I take that back, people. I take it back. You can bet on 3, but don't do more than that.
he also hasn't picked the proper final score yet. You have the final score being 27-27 in the first Super Bowl tie ever.
Oh, shit. Well, that's why we're going to die. Stop, man. It's late, and I'm old. God bless
That has
America.
nothing to do with
All right,
math.
that's what it'll be when it's – and then Drake May will throw the 4th touchdown to make it 34-27, and it's over.
Tracy, what do you got?
Seattle, 21-13.
Ooh, Mike?
Seattle 31-27.
Patriots 24-23 on some referee bullshit call at the endings. I've seen it plenty of times.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the referees.
Yeah.
There you go. It's the Seattle versus the Patriots and the refs.
Yes.
I'm kind of mad Tracey only gave the Pats 13 points. That's a little rude. It's not going to be snowing, Tracey, okay? They're gonna get a little bit more than last week.
Aren't they playing in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Did you see the report that they're looking into the investigation as a power plant across the street from the stadium and it's causing the players to blow out their ACLs? Did you see that?
What?
No.
You didn't see that report? Go look at that report up. It's a real thing.
A power plant is causing ACL injuries?
Listen, I don't have any information other than the fact that what's his name? The owner of the 49ers or the other guy, what's his name? That has like a lot of investment in the 49ers came out publicly and said he's investigating it because all the players seem to always get hurt, and they think it's because of the location. Look it up. It's a real thing. I'm not joking.
Oh.
I'll look it up just because I'm curious about it now. But
Yes, no, it's out there. You'll see it.
all right.
But so many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike, Pete, Tracy, and Jay. NFL spontaneous Super Bowl preview and thoughts. Have a good one.
Talk to you on the next one, everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
See ya.
35 red, blue, say